When I'm up here on stage, they call me Brandon. When I'm with my homies, they call me B. And when I'm with the ladies, they call me Taken because I'm already happily spoken for. But when I'm at home, my mama, she called me Pookie. And no, I'm not afraid to admit it. My mother calls me Pookie at like the most inopportune times. Like for instance, my mother today, she was like, Brandon, I know you're going to an event, but please make sure that you call me when you get there. Pookie. And like, I get why my mama says it out of courtesy, but to be real, I don't understand why my mama be bugging. It's not like I'm out here hustling a thug and I'm just a young black man who got faith in Jesus the same way that stars have faith that this space will protect them from this galactic bully that we call gravity, who longs to turn their stardust splendid spectacle for passerbyers to watch in awe of its death. So yes, I never really understood the issue. And then I went on Facebook. And I began to understand that my mama loved me the same way every black mother loved her son, fearfully. Because normally, death don't really bother me. I mean, I'm from Southside Stockton. I'm all too familiar with how some family reunions only ever take place on graveyard grass and how a hole can be a safe haven for a soul in this mortal game of hide and go seek. But there's something so different about Alton Sterling, about all the countless other names in which I could list in the midst of this poem, but I couldn't help but think as I stared at that screen, I was looking at a mirror image of myself either being choked out or gunned down for merely existing, or for daring to be more than 3/5 of what them folk thought them to be, or maybe it was simply due to their hue and how this melanin skin could absorb their sun but couldn't stand their rain. And in that moment, I better understood my black mother's greatest fear was that every time I leave her home, on the other side of this phone will no longer be her son, but be America's next most popular hashtag, accompanied by a video of a young star being gunned down by gravity as her stardust is turned splendid spectacle for passerbys to watch in awe of my death. So yes, my mother's greatest fear is that I won't return home breathing, blood pulsing through these veins enough to still be her Pookie. And my mama warned me, son, don't you dare get caught at the wrong place, at the wrong time, with that wrong colored skin, because those 3 strikes lead to pine box convictions, and I need you to return home my Pookie again, so dear mom. I promise you this, I'll do my very best to make it back home to you. But if I don't, just know you was the very last thing on my